Sunlight illuminates dust motes in the grand bedroom as Cinderella watches her pale mother, a heavy silence filling the air. "My sweet child, stay kind and good," her mother whispers, her eyes filled with love. "And I will always be close." A faint, peaceful smile graces the mother's face as she exhales softly, her hand going limp in Cinderella's grasp. Cinderella's eyes widen in disbelief, then fill with tears as she stares at her mother, overwhelmed by loss. A year has passed. Spring breathes life around mother's grave. Cinderella visits daily, her gentle touch tending the flowers. Her grief softens as she hums a familiar tune, a quiet melody against the backdrop of blooming spring. Soon, father remarries, a new chapter beginning as he brings his wife and her 2 daughters home. The arrival casts long shadows, hinting at changes to come in Cinderella's once peaceful life. The air is thick with unspoken tension as the new family steps into Cinderella's world. The stepmother and stepsisters encircle Cinderella, their malice palpable as they prepare to strip away her dignity. With cruel delight, they tear at Cinderella's elegant dress, reducing her to a shivering figure in a simple slip. "Look at you, a disgrace to this house," the stepmother sneers, her voice dripping with contempt. A coarse grey smock is thrust into Cinderella's hands, a symbol of her impending servitude. "You'll do all the chores." Wooden shoes clatter to the floor, sealing Cinderella's fate. "And sleep by the hearth. We shall call you Cinderella." In the kitchen, Cinderella starts her day, hauling water with weary determination. As morning turns to day, she lights, fires, and cooks, her movements tireless but heavy. The stepsisters conspire, spilling peas and lentils into the ashes, adding to Cinderella's endless labor. Cinderella's face is strained as she washes, her eyes reflecting the endless toil. The market fair buzzes with life, colors explode under the sun as the father prepares for his journey. Stepdaughter 1, adorned in finery, demands, "I desire a beautiful dress, father, the finest silk you can find." Stepdaughter 2, not to be outdone, insists, "And I, pearls and jewels to adorn my neck and fingers." The father turns to Cinderella, his weary eyes softening. "And what of you, Cinderella?" Cinderella, with a gentle smile, answers softly, "The first twig that brushes your hat, father. That is all I desire," she finishes, her gaze fixed on the horizon with hopeful anticipation. A hazel twig brushes against the father's hat as he walks wearily along the dusty road, homeward bound. He pauses, his weathered hand reaching out to pluck the twig from the air, a flicker of tenderness in his eyes. Turning the twig over in his fingers, he envisions a loving gesture, a promise of joy amidst the hardship. "Cinderella, this is for you," he murmurs, his voice a soft echo on the wind, a gift of love and hope. At her mother's grave, Cinderella tenderly plants the hazel twig, a silent promise whispered to the earth. The twig bursts into life, defying the stillness of the graveyard, transforming into a verdant, flourishing tree. Each visit, the tree stands as a vibrant testament to enduring love. A little white bird, a messenger of peace, gracefully descends, alighting upon its branches. Cinderella watches, her heart filled with a quiet joy as nature honors her mother's memory. In the town square, the royal announcer proclaims, hear ye, a grand festival will be held." Gertrude and Ivy jump with glee, turning to Cinderella with palpable excitement. "Cinderella, prepare our finest gowns at once," Gertrude demands, eyes gleaming with ambition. Cinderella asks, "Stepmother, may I also attend the festival?" Her voice is a mix of hope and fear. "Don't be absurd," the stepmother retorts. "Your place is here, ensuring Gertrude and Ivy are prepared." Sunlight illuminates the kitchen as the stepmother appears, a cruel glint in her eye. She upends a bowl of lentils into the grey ashes, creating a cloud of dust that obscures Cinderella's face. "If you can sort these lentils in 2 hours, you may go to the ball," the stepmother declares. The stepmother smiles thinly, her challenge hanging heavy in the dust-filled air as she departs. bathed in moonlight, a lone hazel tree stands sentinel as Cinderella watches her family's carriage disappear into the night. Her eyes, reflecting a profound longing, turn to the rustling leaves as she whispers a heartfelt wish into the silent air. A small white bird descends, a messenger of hope, carrying a shimmering gown woven from spun gold and silver threads. Beneath the gown, silk slippers sparkle like captured starlight, completing the magical transformation under the watchful moon. The ballroom glitters. Cinderella, radiant, moves unnoticed as her stepmother and stepsisters vie for the prince's attention. The prince, captivated, approaches Cinderella, his eyes filled with admiration. The prince is captivated by her grace, narrator, and dances only with her. The night unfolds in a whirlwind of music and enchantment. As the clock nears midnight, Cinderella slips away, disappearing into the shadows of the garden shed. Beneath the hazel tree, Cinderella awaits. A bird descends, bearing a gown shimmering with rainbow hues. She arrives at the ball, an ethereal vision. The prince is instantly captivated by her radiant presence. They dance through the night, lost in each other's gaze, oblivious to the swirling crowd around them. As the clock strikes, Cinderella flees, her heart pounding with both joy and trepidation. She finds refuge high in a tall pear tree, hidden amongst the leaves, a fleeting silhouette against the moonlit sky. On the palace steps, Cinderella appears in a gown of pure sunlight, her golden slippers glittering. Unbeknownst to her, the prince's trap awaits, the steps coated in sticky pitch. In her haste, disaster! One golden slipper becomes ensnared, a sparkling relic left behind. The dazzling gown fades into the night as Cinderella flees, leaving a single, shimmering clue. The prince raises the golden slipper, his voice echoing, "The maiden whose foot fits this slipper shall become my bride." The stepsisters surge forward, a flurry of silk and desperation as they compete for the prince's gaze. Grimaces of pain and frustration etch their faces as they struggle, their attempts to fit the slipper ending in comical failure. A hush falls over the room as all eyes turn towards Cinderella, a moment pregnant with destiny. The prince speeds away on his white horse, one stepsister clinging to him, her face a mask of flushed excitement. Two doves descend, their wings a blur, crying out, "The shoe is too tight! The true bride is still at home!" Confusion clouds the prince's face as the dove's warning echoes. "The shoe is too tight! The true bride is still at home!" A sudden realization dawns on the prince. He wheels his horse around, driven to find Cinderella. A royal wedding unfolds in splendor, a spectacle of pomp and circumstance. The stepsisters arrive, their expressions a blend of hope and anxiety as they seek royal favor. Cinderella, radiant in her gown, notices them, her eyes softening with empathy. A gentle smile graces Cinderella's lips as she approaches, offering understanding. Cinderella extends a hand, warmly welcoming her stepsisters and forgiving their past. Cinderella and the prince, hand in hand, begin their happily ever after.